Sorry, John.
No, I'm curious about what happened.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
Well, I'm going to ask you the question, so I guess I can tell you. The situation is Kevin Na and DJ. DJ had a birdie putt. He was 6 inches from the hole. Kevin was going to give it to him, but DJ scooped it before Kevin said it to him. Kevin walked up to him and said, "Look, if we're going to have a hole, like there's no penalty, just so you know.
Yeah.
You probably should." That was it. So I guess that would be the first question. Like, what's your protocol when it comes to giving putts?
Oh. Well, I try to say it loud and clear before they get to the ball. But,
Sorry.
even if it's something that I was going to give to them, and they do, I would just tell them the same thing, like, hey, next time just wait for me so you don't get in trouble. But it was good. Like, just wait for me to say something next time, especially if it's 6 inches. Sometimes, if it's a 2-footer with some slope, maybe you can think about it. But, if it's something like that, I would have done exactly the same thing Kevin I would have done. And then if you're on the other side, always make sure, I usually, from the other perspective, I always walk around trying to find my marker and act like I'm going to mark it, just in case the other person doesn't remember that I can give you the putt. Because sometimes, it's happened to me before, I'm so into my putt that I forget that you can give it. So it goes both ways.
And then, specific to your match today, you guys both kind of said the same thing yesterday about expecting a hard fight and knowing how good each other is. Is it pretty much exactly what you expected?
Yeah, I'm hoping I can win a match before 18 at some point. Because the more holes you play, the worse it is for you, technically, right? But it was a hard-fought battle. I don't think either of us had its best. He was making putts, and I was just being pretty much solid off the tee and into the green. I was just not making anything. I was getting kind of frustrated, and then on 14 obviously was a turning point, right? I tee up one down after a 3-putt, hit it in the water, and I told Adam, he acted as a therapist there. I'm like, I'm going to get all my frustrations out from here to the green, all of them out. And let's hope for a mistake for Ryan. And that's what happened. For about 300 yards, I basically got everything out, got every possible excuse I can think of out, every ounce of negative thought out of me, finished the hole, and played the last 4 holes of the regular round as good as I thought I could have, and followed with the mojo on the last 2 holes on the playoffs. So, that was a clear turning point.
So that clearly helped getting all that out. That helped your game just kind of move forward. If I'm not mistaken.
It showed. Think about the shots I hit. That tee shot on 15 was key to put in the fairway because having enough spin to that ball, you just need to land it somewhere on line and it's going to go close. And then the 2 shots to get into 16 home on 2. The shot on the par 3 17 was great. I just stuck it a touch and went 3 yards too far. The putt was on line. The drive and the chip on 18 were all good. The only mistake I made was the putt on 18. That was just a pull. A bit of lack of commitment on the line. Everything else I played great golf, and even the way I finished it, I go on birdie, probably one of the hardest pins to birdie, which is that right pin on 2.
Is a day like today more physically tiring or more mentally tiring?
It's mentally more draining than physically. I feel like we're all pretty fit. We can all walk 18 holes, but the stress that puts on you mentally, and I think would have been a lot worse had I let my emotions run wild after 14, right? I kind of got a second wind thanks to that, so that's why I'm feeling as good as I am right now. Now, I wish I had a bit more time to rest and sleep and re-energize for a possible long day tomorrow, but I feel good physically and mentally, so I think I'm in a good place.
How many times do you use Adam as a therapist, I think you said? How many times does that happen?
Well, I think caddies it's not in the job description, right? But it's an addendum. It's like it's part of what they have to do is deal with us, deal with what we're saying, and especially in this sport being such a mental game, they, a lot of them know how to help their player get into the right mindset, and Adam definitely knows how to do that, and it's helped me out multiple times, and today was a clear case of it. Even though I told him, he was trying to get me to calm down, I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna say it all, and then you tell me whatever you want, okay? So, yeah, it's again, I don't think it's part of the description, but it's something they all take on.
And if you just